How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews. Back with a little bit of mystery beers, courtesy of my boy, Steven. Yeah, love that clank. Love that pop of the old mystery beers. More stout. A little bit more stout than Steven usually throws down for mystery beers. He's one of the more generous folk when it comes to the mystery beers. And typically a lot of treehouse stuff like that. But I've been kind of off on my guesses with his stuff as of late. I think, maybe, whatever. Anyway, for those that don't know what mystery beers are, basically people send me beers, I review them, we have what we have going on here. No idea what's going on. That looks like a stout. Wrapped fantastically. I love this wrapping. I kind of associated this with the kind of, when you used to wrap your textbooks in high school. Yeah, has that ghetto Tyrone Biggums kind of vibe to it, so I'm a fan. Anyway, because high school is like smoking crack on a TV show. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, she looks like a stout. Ooh, going out on a limb on this one. So, let's see if we can get a nose. I've had this beer before. It smells super familiar. It smells fruity, but not like an adjunct added fruitiness, more like a Russian Imperial Stout kind of fruitiness. So it's giving me kind of those weird kind of cherry, and sometimes it comes off this way for me, and that's the way this one's coming off, kind of raspberry vibes to it. So raspberry kind of Imperial Stout vibes. So that kind of fruited Imperial Stout. That's pretty much it. If you told me it was a lightly lactose or heavily oated, I'd be in both ends, be in both courts on that one, because it's giving me both of those. But yeah, I mean, it's just a rich core 4 plus maybe a fruit addition kind of stout or a dollop of lactose. And that's pretty much it. It doesn't smell like anything that's overly adjunct, overly crazy, or anything like that. It just smells like super drinkable, super chuggable, relatively high ABV off the nose. I'm guessing somewhere in between like 8 and 10%. Let's dive in. Cheers. That's a raspberry Imperial Stout, right? There's something else there, though. It has to have, like, it has to be raspberry. Raspberry, blackberry. Honestly, half the time, those kind of fit the same rules for me. Imperial Stout, but there's something to it. There's something to it beyond that. It's not... So the raspberry comes off a little bit kind of syrupy. Kind of like a marmalade kind of thing going on. But it's not overly sweet. There's a soft chocolate vibe to it, so maybe it's like a coconut raspberry. There's something else in there. I don't know. Yeah, this is fucking delicious. Whatever beer this is my kind of stout, because it's taking a base core 4 really well done stout, big, nice roasted malts, nothing too crazy, but really expressive. Zero of that kind of astringent bittering thing that I'm so susceptible to, so none of that in there. So this has to be like a really top-notch brewery, kind of not getting those bits and pieces in there. Then you add that kind of raspberry, blackberry kind of thing. I'm leaning raspberry here. Cocoa nibs. I said this a couple times as of late when it came to stouts, and I feel like I don't want to pigeonhole myself into like kind of trends or anything like that. But let's go some kind of nut. Let's go like an almond. Like they're going for some kind of marzipan-y thing. So marzipan-y vibes, not necessarily getting there completely. So a nutted raspberry cocoa nib, 8.9. No, fuck that noise. 10.2% Imperial Stout. Done. Let's see how this goes. Now, these labels have been red hot monstrosities to get off. From what, I should have a knife. Why don't I have a knife like a regular human being to do all that stuff? So what did I say? 10.2 raspberry Imperial Stout. Kind of marzipan vibes. And we'll see what's what. There we go. Let's just cut through it like a normal human being. It's a treehouse stout. At least that's what it looks like based off the edge. And this is their Abstraction. I have no idea what this is. Never had this before. This Abstraction is an Imperial Porter. Fair enough. With an array of chocolate, caramel, and roasted malts. Its flavor is fully complex and carefully selected ingredients. Precise brewing application. Tastes like fudgy brownies without adding actual fudgy brownies to the beer. Abstraction is a first and diverse set of beers. Yeah, Core 4 beer, 8.8%. This is fucking awesome. Awesome. Because it gave me those kind of raspberry vibes. And, you're sitting here and you're talking about, okay, array of chocolate, caramel, and roasted malt. So you're talking about a Core 4 beer. And I went raspberry. I went, what else did I say there? God, I'm blanking. Cocoa nibs. And then I went nuts. Okay. The cocoa nib and the nut thing. I'm totally okay with that being there. And I can explain that away into the malts. Because you can chocolate malts, you can get a nutty kind of malt going on, stuff like that. Man, the way this kind of comes off is that fruited portion of show. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and kind of die on the raspberry hill. Some people probably get blackberry. Some people get some kind of other kind of fruited, dark fruited kind of berry. But it's there. It's there. Man, super fruit forward. It has to be a combination of the beer and the yeast ester kind of working together. The malt and yeast kind of working together and kind of bringing that out in a super fun way. This is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely 100% uber, over the top, top notch, super delectable. All the adjectives. Fucking Imperial Stout. You're telling me this is Core 4? I'm getting this kind of expressiveness, this kind of beautifulness from a beer that's Core 4? It's not even fair. It's not even fair. I don't even know what else to say about it. Other than I don't care that it was off. So I said, 10.2. So it was 1.5% off. I said it had berries and all this other shit going on. No, Core 4. I could give 14 flying fucks that I was wrong. I'm just glad I had this beer. Thank you very much, Steven. This is an absolutely fantastic beer. And let's just cut to that chase already because we're already there. Is this one of the better Core 4 stouts, Core 4 beers in general that I've had as of late? Yes. Mount Rushmore status. King Shit of Fuck Mountain. This is absolutely fantastic. This might be one of, if not the best treehouse beer I've ever had. It's that good. Absolutely fantastic. The fact that it's amazing outside of it being an amazing mystery beer. I fucking love this. I'm going to say it again. Thank you very much, Steven. Super cool experience and absolutely fantastic beer. Vegan availability. It's a treehouse. They do what they do. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like beer. That's it. If you don't like this, I can get some people not digging it maybe because it's too sweet or they're not a big fan of stouts. But really, if you don't like this kind of beer, you just don't like beer. So if you like beer, you'll like this beer. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. MassiveBeers@gmail.com. You can get a hold of me that way via email if you'd ever like to send out some mystery beers. The only way I can do them is through donations like yours. Oh, PBS time. Massive Beers, if you want to type that into Google, you see me doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive, if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of a treehouse right now. Or mystery beers. Either way, hopefully see you next time. Cheers.